Hello everyone, welcome to this grade 9 maths video. In this video I'm going to be working through a term 3 past paper. So let's jump straight into it. Basically I'm going to work through every single step and I hope it helps you as you're revising. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. So you can see pretty standard test setup, answer all the questions, show your workings, give reasons, you can use a calculator. Let's get straight into it. So question 1 is multiple choice. For each question, choose the letter of the correct answer. The coordinates of the x-intercept and the y-intercept of the straight line below is best given by... Okay, so let's do x-intercept first in red. So the x-intercept is where the line touches this x-axis, so this one here. And we can see that is at this -2. So that is when x is -2 and y is 0. And then the y-intercept, I'll do in yellow, is we look at the y-axis. Where does it touch? It touches at this point here, 6. So in that case, we have x is 0 and y is 6. Just really important to note, if it's an x-intercept, then the y value is always 0 at that point. And if it's an y-intercept, then x is always 0 at that point. So let's check. We've got x and y -2, 0, and 0, 6. So this one is going to be A. Is going to be our answer. 1.2. The line KL is parallel to MN. In the figure below, what is the value of P? So this angle P. So this is, you've always got to check. So if we're working with parallel lines, it's always, is it a corresponding angle like the F shape? Is it an alternate angle like the Z shape? Or is it a co-interior angle like the U shape? In this case here, we can draw an backwards F shape, which means that P is equal to 55 degrees. So this one's going to be B. 1.3. What is the size of the angle vertically opposite to angle EOD? So that is this one, EOD. What is vertically opposite to that is this one, 80. And so it's going to be answer A. 1.4, in triangle EDF, DF is produced to C. Okay, so they just mean that line is extended to C. The size of angle E is, so we're looking in here what this angle is. Okay, so there's two ways that you can work this out. You can either use the exterior angles of a triangle. Yeah, I think we can do that. So we can say this 5x is equal to E plus 3x. So 5x is equal to angle E plus 3x. The reason for that being the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the interior opposite angles. So if we work out angle E, then we can take this 3x across, so that's going to be 5x minus 3x is equal to E. So then that's going to be 2x is equal to angle E. Okay, which helps us a bit. We're getting closer at least. So we can fill this in then. So in this triangle then we've got 2x, 3x, and 4x. So we're going to add those all up. So in the triangle, 2x plus 3x plus 4x has to add up to 180 degrees because angles in a triangle always add up to 180. If we simplify this, 2x plus 3x, that's 5x. 5x plus 4x is 9x. 9x is equal to 180 degrees. We're going to take the 9 across and divide. So x is going to be 180 degrees divided by 9. And that is 18 divided by 9 is 2. So this is 20. 20 degrees. Angle E we said is 2x. That's going to be 2 times 20, which is 40 degrees. This one is going to be answer A. 1.5. So they tell us triangle ACB, so this top triangle, is congruent to angle DBECD. ECD. Okay, so this bottom triangle. So these triangles are congruent because, and what we can say is we've got side. These angles are vertically opposite here. So it's side, angle, side. So that is C. Okay, that is just because, just to clarify, we said these angles here are vertically opposite. So those angles are equal. We know this side is equal to this side. This side is equal to this side because they've given us that. So it's side, angle, side. Two, given y is equal to 2x minus 4, determine the gradient m of the line and explain how you obtained it. Okay, so the gradient of this line m is just 2 because the gradient is always, so gradient is the coefficient of x. Okay, the gradient of the line is always just the number in front of the x there. What is the gradient of a line parallel to this and passing through this point? This one, they are kind of trying to trick us a bit with this. We don't need that part. So if if the line is parallel to this, then it means that m is 2 because parallel lines have the same gradient. Okay, so you don't really have to do anything. They give you that point, but we don't have to do anything. On the same system of axes, draw these two lines. Use the set of axes provided on the next page. Show your intercept calculations below. Okay, so the one line that we have is y is equal to 2x minus 4. The other line we need to work out. So we know that the gradient is 2. And we know, let's just do this in different colors so we're not confusing ourselves. Let's see. Okay, so y is equal to 2x minus 4. Let's do that one first. So let's work out the x-intercept because I want to see that very clearly. So the x-intercept is when y is equal to 0. So that is going to be 0 is equal to 2x minus 4. We're going to take the minus 4 across. It's going to become positive 4 is equal to 2x. And then I'm going to divide by that 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. So x is 2. So that means our x-intercept is going to be at 2, 0. Our y-intercept for this line and for every line is when x is 0. So we're going to have y is equal to 2 times 0 minus 4. So y is equal to 2 times 0 is 0 minus 4. So y is minus 4. So this is going to be the point 0 minus 4. So let's draw this line first. So we've got 2, 0, and 0, minus 4. So there's the 2, 0. And then the other one is 0, minus 4. Then you'll have to just forgive me, I don't have a ruler, so I'll draw this as straight as I can. Basically, just putting your ruler between these points and drawing a line between them. And then let's label what we can. So we've got 0, minus 4. We've got 2 and 0. And this is the line y is equal to 2x minus 4. The other line, so what is the gradient of this line passing through that? Okay, so we need to work out what this line is first. So y is equal to 2x plus c. We don't know what the c is. Let's do it in different colors, sorry. And we are given this point. So let's sub that in. So y is minus 3 is equal to 2 times 2, because that's the x value, plus c. We got minus 3 is equal to 4 plus c. Take the 4 across, it's going to be minus 3 minus 4 is equal to c. That is going to be minus 7 is equal to c. So this line, y is equal to 2x minus 7. So then we can work out our x and y coordinates, our intercepts. Our x-intercept, we said that is when y is equal to 0. So that is going to be 0 is equal to 2x minus 7. Take the 7 across. So 7 is equal to 2x. And we're going to divide by 2. So that's going to be 3.5 is equal to x. So we're going to have 3.5, 0. And then our y-intercept is when x is 0. That is going to be 2 times 0 minus 7. So y is going to be minus 7. Okay, let's draw this in. So we've got 3.5 and 0. And minus 7. 0 again, drawing this line. So you can see they are very definitely parallel lines. You can fill in the points we've got. So 0, minus 7, 3, 0. And this is 2x minus 7. Okay, and that is the final one. Let's see. Determine the equation of a line passing through these 2 points. Okay, so I think it's a separate question now. Yeah. Okay, so separate question now. So determine the equation of the line passing through those 2 points. So first of all, what I would do is we're going to work out the gradient of this line. In the gradient, we always have this equation. So it's ya minus yb over xa minus xb. Usually you get a mark just for writing that down. Let's work it out. So ya is 6 minus yb is minus 4. xa is minus 1. xb is 2. 6 minus minus 4 is 6 plus 4. At the bottom we have minus 1 minus 2, so that is minus 3. And so at the top we're going to have 10 over minus 3. So our gradient, which is not a very nice one, is 10 divided by 3 is negative 3.33. And then once we have a gradient, we can write it like this. So y is equal to, we could also just leave it in fraction form, minus 10 over 3x plus c. And we're going to sub in one of the points. It doesn't matter which points. Let's sub in points A. So that is going to be, the y value is 6 minus 10 over 3 times minus 1 plus c. So we're going to get 6 is equal to 10 over 3 plus c. I'm going to take that across because a minus and a minus makes positive. That's why this is positive now. If we take this across, it's going to be 6 minus 10 over 3 is equal to c. So c is equal to 2.67. So then the equation of this line, which is the answer here, is y is equal to minus 3.33 x plus 2.67. And then just as a side note, a lot of the times you have your calculator with these kind of questions. So although we have the exact values for c and the exact value for the gradients, it is good practice to leave it in fraction form. So put this value, like put minus 3.33 into your calculator and you'll get that minus 10 over 3. And then put the 2.67 in and you'll get 8 over 3. And it's just good practice to leave that as your answer. They prefer it with fractions rather than decimals. Question 3. Refer to the diagram below to determine the value of x. Please provide a reason for your statement. Okay, so we are using angles on a straight line here because you can see we can add these all up to get the total. Here we can see angles on a straight line. So what I'm going to say is 3x plus 4x plus 40 is equal to 180 degrees. My reason is angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. Okay, we can see it's 180 like that. So I'm going to have 7x is equal to 180 minus the 40 when I take that across. So 7x is equal to 140. Let me divide that. So x is equal to 140 divided by 7, which is 14 divided by 7 is 2, so this is 20. So x is 20 degrees. 3.2, refer to the diagram below to determine the value of y. Please provide a reason for your statements. Okay, so we have an isosceles triangle here. We can see that because they have drawn these lines. And when they draw lines like this, it means these sides are equal and it's pointing at equal angles. So if this angle is 60, it means this angle also has to be 60 degrees. So let's put that down first. So angle F is equal to angle E which is equal to 60 degrees, because isosceles triangle angles opposite equal sides are equal. And it is given that DE so the line DE is equal to DF. That's given. So now we are sitting with 60, 60, and y. So then we can say y plus 60 is equal to 180 degrees, because the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So then y is 180, take away 60, take away 60. So y is 60 degrees. Question 3.3, refer to the diagram below to determine the value of z if angle P is z plus 20 degrees and angle R is 2z minus 80 degrees. PQRS is a parallelogram. Please provide a reason for your statement. Okay, so in a parallelogram, we know that opposite angles are equal. So that is our reason. So opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. So we have z plus 20 is equal to 2z minus 80 degrees. And then we can just solve. So we want all the z's on one side, all the numbers on the other side. So let's take this z across. So it's going to be 2z minus z, because when we take it across, we change the sign. And we're going to take this minus 80 across. So it's going to be 20 add 80, because when we take it across, we change the sign. So 20 plus 80 is 100. 2z minus z is just z. So z is 100 degrees. And that is our final answer. So you can see that is a thing where you have to know that opposite angles in a parallelogram are equal. Refer to this diagram for questions 3.4, 3.5, and 3.6. Let's check what they're asking in 3.4. Determine the value of angle BIH. Provide the reason. Okay, so angle BIH, that is this angle in here. Okay. Okay, let's have a look at what we do know. So we know what that angle is that we're looking for in there. So we're looking for this one. Let's see what else we can figure out. So we've got some parallel lines. So we can see that with co-interior angles, with corresponding angles, if we've got that F shape, then this angle in here is equal to this angle in here, which is 60. Okay, so let's just draw red dots so we know that those ones are equal. So this is 60, and this is also 60. Then what else can we do with like an alternating? So a Z shape, we can do like this. There we go. So that and that are equal. Okay, so let's just get some working and reasoning here. So what we said for this one is, first of all, we used corresponding angles. We did like a backwards, upside down F. We said this angle in there is equal to this angle in there. So we said angle B is equal to 60 degrees because of corresponding angles. And then it's good practice to give the parallel lines. So GH is parallel to CB. And then we did alternating angles and said angle BIH is equal to angle B. Because of alternating angles. And again, we list those parallel lines. So line GH is parallel to line CB. Okay, and that is what they wanted us to do here, which is equal to 60 degrees. So that was our answer for 3.4. Let's see what they want for 3.5. Determine the value of CVI and provide the reason. Okay, so let's get some space here. Just fill in that this is also 60 degrees and that this is also 60 degrees. Okay, they want angle CBI. So that is this one, CBI. And we have already worked that out. So that is 60 degrees. So this one's a pretty easy one to do. Okay, so what we can say is CBI is equal to angle AIG. So that's this angle here. Which is equal to 60 degrees. So AIG is given. Okay, AIG is given as 60 degrees, and what we did for this one is we actually used corresponding angles. So it's this backwards F shape. That's why you can say this is 60, and so this is 60. So that is corresponding angles are equal, and then the lines are GH is parallel to CB. Okay, and then let's look at 3.6. Determine the value of ICB and provide the reason. Let's get some space again. Okay, and ICB is this one, ICB. So we are looking for this angle in here. Okay, and then that one's pretty straightforward. We know if we look at this triangle, We know this is 60 degrees, this is 60 degrees, so this has to be 60 degrees as well. So angle ICB is equal to 60 degrees. This is because 60 plus 60 plus ICB has to add up to 180 degrees. Because this is the interior angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. Okay, 3.6 all done. 4. Fill in the missing words to complete the following facts concerning triangles. The something angle of a triangle equals the... Okay, so the exterior angle of a triangle equals the sum of the two interior opposite angles. A triangle with all sides and all angles equal is an equilateral triangle. ABCD is a rhombus. Angle DAB is 3x plus 20. Determine the value of x giving reasons. Okay, so in a rhombus we have parallel lines like this. So we can do this alternating angles. So we can say this x here is equal to the angle in there. Okay, so let's just draw that in quick. So we can say then this angle in here is equal to x as well. Let's do this properly and write down the reasons. So working and reasons. Just try to get some information to see how we can work out x. So what we said is angle B1 is equal to angle D2 is equal to x because of alternating angles. Because AB, that line, is parallel to CD. We can then also say, because it's a rhombus, all the sides are equal. So in this specific triangle here, in ADB, we actually have a bit of an isosceles triangle there. So those sides are equal. And in an isosceles triangle, the opposite angles are equal. So if that one is x, then this one is also x. So what we can then say is B1 is equal to D1, which is equal to x, because AB is equal to AD, and so opposite angles in an isosceles triangle are equal. So now we can have a look at just this triangle. So if we look at just in this triangle here, we can work out x quite easily. So we can say in triangle ABD, we've got 3x plus 20 plus x plus x. That adds up to 180 degrees because the interior angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. If we simplify, 3x plus x, so that is 5x, is equal to 180 minus the 20. So 5x is equal to 160. And so x is 160 divided by 5. So x is 32 degrees. Okay, 4.3. Calculate the value of x, giving reasons. Okay, this one's not too difficult. We can see we have got these parallel lines here. So this line, these lines are parallel. The value of x, so we can use co-interior angles here. So we can say, here's our working, here's our reasons. X plus 23 is equal, no, it's not equal. So x plus 23, so there's this angle plus this angle. 5x plus 7 is equal to 180 degrees. The reason is co-interior angles. Add up to 180 degrees. And then you always need to tell which lines are parallel. So we're using AD is parallel to BC. So let's get all of our x's on one side. So this is going to be 6x is equal to 180 minus 23 minus 7. So 6x is going to be equal to 180, take away 30, so 150. So x is 150 divided by 6. Which is 25 degrees. Okay, so we have all these, and then first of all, let's say complete this. So triangle ABE, so that's this upper one, is similar to, and I think it's going to be this bottom triangle, so triangle CED. Let's see if we can find a reason. So similarity, we want to side, or angle, angle, angle. Let's see what we can find here. So we've got alternating angles here, because we've got parallel lines. So this one's 50 and that one's 50. Okay, so we've got those angles are equal. So 50 and 50, those angles are equal. We've also got alternating angles this way. So this angle and this angle are equal. And then we've also got this angle is equal to this angle because of vertically opposite angles. So yeah, we do actually have angle, angle, angle. All of our angles are equal here. So triangle ABE is similar. This one is similar to the triangle CED because of angle, angle, angle. Okay, now we can calculate the length of CE. Okay, so let's just get rid of some other stuff. So we want to know this length CE. So CE is the one that's opposite the 50-degree angle. And then this one is a 50-degree angle. So it is going to be in proportion with BE. Okay, so let's do CE over BE, that's the corresponding one, is equal to CD over AB. Okay, then let's work it out. So CE, we are trying to figure out. BE, we are told is 3 centimeters. CD is 4 centimeters. And AB is 8 centimeters. So we're going to take that across, we're going to times it by 3, and so we're going to find CE is 4 centimeters, 8 centimeters, times 3 centimeters. .5 centimeters. Okay, and then we want the length of AE. So AE is this one. It is opposite our 30-degree angle. I'm just going to do the working out here. So AE is going to be corresponding to ED. And we can say any other ones. I'm going to go with the same one. So CD over AB. AE, we're trying to figure out. ED is 12 centimeters. CD is 4 centimeters. And AB is 8 centimeters. So again, we can take it across. So AE is going to be 4 centimeters divided by 8 centimeters times by 12 centimeters. Which is 6 centimeters. Okay, and that is the entire paper. So yeah, I really hope that this workthrough has helped you. Please let me know if you have any questions. You're welcome to post in the comments and I'll help you out.